Okay, finally start the show. Had to set up a little bit, since you can't technically live stream. Got to find us smaller YouTubers got to find other means to live stream. But let's get right into it. Welcome to the first episode of the Purp Show. New vibes, new show. Man, it's crazy because 4 months ago I ended my Perp Culture podcast. Because I wanted to keep going with that, but I just certain things didn't work out as I wanted them to. You know, um, it just certain things wasn't like it was kind of all over the place. It definitely just looked like a prototype. That's exactly what I'm going to treat that series as. It's like a prototype to the real show. This is what I'm going to do from now on. It's going to be once a month, uh, at the end of the month, and then next year I might change it to every 2 weeks. We're just going to have to wait to see with that. Let me see if I could share this out. We'll share this out real quick. Tweet. God damn it. Okay. So yeah, I know it took like 10 minutes to get kind of everything situated for those that are coming in or are going to end up coming in soon. Um, yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to talk about, but it's not gonna be too long of a show. I'm gonna cut this off at like in like 45 minutes probably. Uh, Topics we're gonna talk about today is Nipsey Hussle. Let me put this disclaimer out first. If y'all just tuning in, uh, just skip to this part because this is when the show is actually about to start. I had to do a bunch of setting up behind the scenes, so skip to this part and the show starts right now. Show starts right now. Um I'll get into how this show came about a little bit later, but let's get into the topics. The topics are, we're gonna talk about Endgame. We're gonna talk about this channel. We're gonna talk about anime. We're gonna talk about Cobra Kai season 3 for the people that have seen it. Um, and then we'll probably go off to some random shit if we have time. But I want to first say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Um, he passed about a month ago, which is crazy. So much shit has happened in the last month. It's crazy, man. And I want to give my condolences to his family, give props to his whole entire movement. The marathon continues. It just sucks when you see somebody with that much talent and them trying to make an actual change in their life, and somebody just comes out and just takes that all away from them. It's fucking depressing. I really hope that changes, that really changes, because it's just, we living in really dark times right now. It is just, it's wild, man. It's wild because, and it's whenever a big celebrity dies, we mourn and shit for like that first week, and then forget that the shit even happened, and we go about our lives. I think what we should do with Nipsey's passing is just really, whatever you're doing, you should use that as motivation. Whether you're working a 9 to 5 job or just you're barely getting by, man, just use that as inspiration to really put in the energy to what you want to do, because we only live once, man, and we can't hold ourselves back. We gotta keep pushing forward, keep moving, keep being positive, man. That's all we could really do at this this point in time. Yeah, man, life's way too damn short to just be fucking around, dog. And I know I have my Doom Patrol episode review coming probably tomorrow. I just been really slacking with that. My head's been everywhere lately. Just got a second job. Start that on Thursday. No idea how that's going to affect how I put out videos every week, but I'll figure something out. It's not gonna be nothing too drastic. I'm probably not gonna have to scale back on certain things. I'm gonna still put out my content when I want to put out. But yeah, like I want to say rest in peace to Nipsey, and also rest in peace to John Singleton that just passed away. He had a stroke like a while ago, then ended up putting him in a coma, and just like, man, and it's like I owe John Singleton a lot of credit for even starting this channel, because I talk about Snowfall a lot. I have a Snowfall series on this channel, and I talk about Snowfall, and I praise Snowfall a lot. I think it's one of my favorite shows, and if it wasn't for that show, my channel wouldn't probably be at the level that it's at right now. It's really sad. You see all these creative minds just passing away. It's really depressing. It's really sad. But then at the end of the day, it's like you could either look at it as that, or as a passing of the torch. Like they made their sacrifices for other people to spark ideas to other people. It's the passing of the torch. And looking at what John Singleton has done for just the industry as a whole is pretty crazy. It's insane, like, and he started young. He started in like his 20s, man, and he gave us Boys in the Hood. He gave us Higher Learning. It's incredible, and it's just. And I look at my life, and I always liked films. For those that don't know, I've always liked films and television, but it wasn't until, I was in high school, about to get out of high school, is when I really figured out, like, I really like this shit. I really like movies, stories, characters, and all this. I wish I would have known this stuff like when I was in like middle school or something like that, because maybe I could have took high school a little bit more serious. And I don't know. Wish it could have, should have. It's whatever now. Who would have thought back in 2017 I would have started doing YouTube and being at this level now? It's just, man, it's such a high whenever you get a new subscriber. It feels good. It feels really good, because then that means people really are fucking with what you're saying. They really can see where you're coming from, and I'm trying. I might not be the best reviewer. That's not my goal. It's just I'm trying to do the best that I can. The best that I can, and try to improve within myself. Socially. I'm trying to be more social because I'm a very antisocial person, for various reasons. Um, but I feel like YouTube has really helped me kind of break that mold, kind of just it feels good, man. I like doing this stuff. I really like just coming on here and talking. I know it sounds super generic and probably heard it from other YouTuber, but it really feels good. And for me to hit 100 subs in the beginning of this year, around like what, January, I hit 100 subs, and now 4 months later, I'm about to hit two. That's crazy. I was not expecting to hit 200 till like at least like next year. Just the way how the how the system of YouTube works. It's just, I never was trying to rush nothing. I never try to rush anything. Because it never works out. I can't, like, I always end up messing up something if I end up rushing. I always try to not to rush. I always try to take my time with everything, make sure everything is thought out. And a lot of the times, most of the time, like I would say like 80 to 90% of the time, I'm just doing one takes of all my videos, and just like whatever I say, it's what I said. And I just gotta leave it as it is. Sometimes I go back and listen to what I be saying, and it's just like, damn, I wish I could have added that, or I forgot to talk about this. But it's just like, it's whatever. It's out into the universe. It doesn't matter no more. And I'm cool with that. All the dope people that I've met through YouTube in the past few months, man. Like, shout out to K Dot, shout out to J3 Entertainment, shout out to Jody. Those two are probably, I would say, two of my biggest influences on this platform, YouTube, because I see what they've been doing and what they have accomplished, and they really deserve way more love, man. It's crazy, man. That shit's really inspiring to me. Really inspiring to me. Just, I don't know if I'll ever take it to the levels that they have, but it motivates me to get better and to be kind of more creative, with my intros or just my outros. I really like doing those more than actually making videos, so who knows what that's going to look like in the future. I have yet to start working on my 2020 intro. I'm probably going to start working on that sometime within the summer, or I'll probably wait till the fall, honestly, cuz the last intro I had, my first 2019 intro that I had, I liked it at the moment, but it was kind of dated. It became dated really fast because I made that back in the summer of 2018. And I didn't really like how it came out. I was kind of upset the way it came out, but I had to just use it for the time being. And then I found a new intro, I always like to work ahead. I always like to be 10 steps ahead of myself. I feel like and that leaves me room to plan around everything else. You feel me? It gives me a chance to like really plan around, like, so, because like, take The Leftovers, right? I made a series for myself that it's just like, I'm gonna put an episode out like every month for the next 10 months, and then build around that, do that for another series, build around that, and just, and I think it's working for me. I got my first video that has 1,000 views. Was it Cobra Kai? I think it was Cobra Kai. I think it was the last episode of Cobra Kai. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But I'm just really enjoying the numbers that I'm seeing. I'm trying to just do different things. I'm not trying to do Cameron. What's up? What's up? I got a new subscriber. That's dope. That shit scared the fuck out of me. Um, that's crazy. Where was I at? All right. With my series, and how I put out like, if I'm talking about a show or something like that, I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep doing series. I don't want to do too many series because I don't want like my whole channel to be just a bunch of different series. Like, I don't know, I feel weird about that. But shout out to Cameron for subscribing. You know, shout outs to y'all. Shout outs to you for the love. Appreciate you. Man, it's incredible, man, to be like just really looking at the growth of this channel and just looking at the growth of other people's channel. Like, shout out to K Dot. He's about to hit 1K. He's going to hit 1K, I think, before the summer's done. I think he's definitely going to hit 1K before the summer's done. Shout out to J3 for hitting 20K. What was it, like this past Friday, I think? That was like, that shit's dope, man. It's like it feels good. It feels good. I want to keep going. I want to just try and do different things. You know, I don't know how this show thing's gonna work out. For right now, I want to have one episode at the end of the month, and then next year I could probably consider. Yeah, probably next month I'll consider maybe probably bumping it up to every 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. It depends. It just, with a month, it just helps me, you know, pretty much gives me some time to just figure out the topics instead of like trying to find shit within that week, and you know, it ends up turning out to be a mess. But yeah, the channel's doing well. It's going strong. You know, we had to start off a new show, the Purp Culture podcast. That's still on my channel. It's gone. It's dead. But this will be its successor, pretty much. You know, from here on out. New intro will probably be. I'll probably have that out. My 2020 intro to be pretty fucking lit. I like the way this intro came out, so you know, I got a lot of things moving on. You know, I got a new job. You know, things are looking up, man. Things are really looking up. I just wanted to kind of give you that little update with my channel. But yeah, let's get into some of these topics. You know, because I don't got too much time. I don't want to spend too much time on here. Just want to get some food. I'm pretty starving. Yo, if y'all got Xbox, do me a favor. Add me on Purp Gang 13. Just type that in your Xbox. Add me on Purp Gang 13, because I'm thinking about. I don't know. I want to stream. I want to stream more games. You know. But it's just I got nobody to ever watch my shit. So if I can at least get like 5 to 10 people, even 5 people to watch my gaming streams, that would be cool. Maybe I could transition the Purp show into that, so you guys have something to visually watch while I talk. You know, I wanna figure that out. I'm going to figure that out. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. But follow me. Add me on Xbox at Purp Game 13, because I stream on Xbox, of course, duh. But I also want to stream. I want to stream Kingdom Hearts 3 on critical mode, but I actually want to have an audience for that, because I think that'd be pretty entertaining to see me get bodied constantly. I play Halo. I just got Game Pass. I'm kind of hesitant about it. I was a little hesitant on it. I'm a little regretful, because They don't tell you that, like, oh yeah, it's $1 for that 3 months, but after the 3 months, we gonna be charging you $30 every 3 months. And I'm like, man, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I'm gonna play some games and stuff, but I definitely want to stream more games so I can give y'all some more content. That's just more content I could give y'all. Um, Let me see. Let's see. All right, now let's check out my messages. But let's get into this first topic. Avengers Endgame. It's been almost like a month. Not a month. What the fuck am I talking about? It's almost been a week. So if you haven't seen it, I will be talking about spoilers. But if you want to see my non-spoilers, it's on my channel. Go check that out. Um, yeah, let's get right into it. Spoilers. Spoilers. I can't stress that enough. Spoilers. If you have not seen Avengers Endgame right now, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. But if you don't care about spoilers and you're one of those weirdos, okay, you could stay. But alright, so Avengers Infinity War. Now this is so interesting to me about Avengers Infinity War. How there's people that were upset about Infinity War but loved Endgame. But there's also people that hated Endgame and love Infinity War. That's just really weird. That's just really weird, and I find it really fascinating that the people that didn't like Infinity War loved Endgame. So it's like, do you like more action, or do you like more action, less story, or more story with a little bit less action? Me, I'll take Endgame all day. I think Endgame was really dope. I love what they did with the characters. They actually showed them somewhat respect, for the most part. I don't go too overboard with it, with the characters and stuff, because I know it's not going to be just like the source material. It's cool. Um, I see a lot of people upset about like the first 2 hours. I was like, I think the first 2 hours were fucking dope, because I'm the type of person, I like character development and all that, and I thought they gave us all that. Now, one thing I will state that is Captain Marvel didn't need to be in that movie at all. And it just definitely feels like she was just tossed in there just for shits and giggles. It's like they could have introduced her, you know, they could have introduced her at the end when she shows up, and then she gets her own movie and explains where the fuck she came from. We did not need to have her in the movie at all. She served no purpose, really. Um, I like that this ended with Tony Stark. This started with Tony Stark and ended with Tony Stark. I thought that was very poetic and needed to happen. That was my only, like, my whole thing about the whole. Hold on, give me a second. No, my bad. I had to go check something, but I feel like I feel like at the end of the day, with these comic book movies, really, we just they're never gonna please nobody. It just it is what it is at this point. It's just like you either support it or you don't. You have faith in it or you don't. I don't know. It's just I see a lot of people disappointed in Endgame. I don't know why. And it's just like there's this whole debate that Infinity War had a better story. Now, with that being said, it's like I had Infinity War as my favorite movie of last year. That's still always going to be the case. That's not going to change. Um, but it's just like I could see the issues that people would have with that movie. Like it really didn't have a story. It was all action, action, action. A little bit of dialogue here, action, action, action. A little bit of dialogue, action, action, action. And that's cool. And then people were disappointed in Endgame because the first 2 hours didn't really have that much action. You just got a whole 2.5 hours of just action. And you just want everything to be action, 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 action. No story, no story, no story. And that's why I say I think Endgame was a better movie than Infinity War, because now it's an actual Avengers movie. Because we know that Infinity War was Thanos' movie, but looking back at Endgame, it's just like, and the thing is, like, the only thing I wanted from Endgame is them to really put the cap, no pun intended, on Cap's and Iron Man's whole story. Like, if they would have just focused on, like, Captain Marvel the whole time, that would have been trash. That would have been garbage. I would have told them to get that shit the fuck out of here. Like, don't get me started on Brie Larson shit. I'm not gonna harp on that shit. I don't care about Brie Larson. She's trash. Captain Marvel 2 is most likely going to be trash. Whatever. But it's just like, I loved that game. I've yet to go see it again because like I said, I was able to digest everything. But I could tell you how I felt off of first impressions, first glance, pretty much, first watch. But I'll definitely give you guys a follow up on that when I go to see the movie again, if I still feel the way I feel, and if it's still a 9 out of 10, because I gave it a 9 out of 10, even though there were some negatives in the film. I acknowledge that. Like, the whole A4 shit, that shit made me cringe, but it went away. I don't even, but the whole Captain Marvel shit, even just being there, that's a negative, because you could just left her out of the movie. What's another negative I have? Another negative, that's why I have to see it again, because I want to watch it again to just see if there's any other negatives that I see in this movie, because a lot of people say it's sloppy. I think it worked out the way it had to. When you're dealing with time travel, it's going to be sloppy regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I like how they poked fun at that, how, like, time travel never makes sense, because it really logistically never does make sense. Like, it's not always going to make sense. And you trying to make sense of it in your brain, it's going to be a nightmare. But for the time travel aspect of what they did, I thought they did a pretty good job. I think it was a more entertaining version of time travel compared to Days of Future Past, even though I think Days of Future Past did it better. But that's not saying much, because they didn't have this many characters and things going on. Like, I like that they went to these different movies and stuff and whatnot. They went to the first Avengers, they went to Thor 2, all that was really cool. But with this grand finale, this epic finale, where does this lie for what does this mean for the future of the MCU? Because they don't have a Robert Downey Jr. They don't have a Chris Evans anymore. They still got Chris Hemsworth, which I found that to be slick that they just slip him into the Guardians 3 because, you know, who was really hyped to go see Guardians 3? I am now hyped for Guardians 3 just because Thor is going to be in it. And Thor is probably going to have to fight Adam Warlock. Who knows if Adam Warlock is still even going to be in Guardians 3? It'd be kind of stupid to even set him up in Guardians 2 to tease this little chamber thing and him not to come in Guardians 3. That was kind of stupid, but let's now that we got out of the Endgame territory, I want to really cuz you know, I have my review up. Go check that out. You know, I still think that it's a 9 out of 10 film. Still has issues. Not too big of issues where it's just like it fucks up the whole entire thing. No, but there's still little issues. But it goes away very quickly. With a 3-hour movie, yeah, you know, I definitely want to go see it again at least two or three more times. You know, to really soak everything in. Because with a long ass, I always tell people, with a long ass movie like that, you're not going to be able to digest everything. You know what I'm saying? So you might hate it for the first watch, then go back and watch it, and you might end up loving it. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what kind of ends up happening with movies like that. Because it's like, you can't tell me that you watched that 3-hour movie and you picked up on every little detail. You know, I know that they teased Namor when they said they were talking about like an earthquake in the water. That's and I instantly thought like, yo, what if that was Namor or something like that? They probably teased him. I know nothing about him, only that he's like Aquaman, kind of. I don't know what his personality is, you know, but let's really talk about the future of the MCU and see where they're gonna go with this. Because I say it right now, it's just that the Phase 4 is going to be nothing but filler until they can figure out how they're going to incorporate the X-Men into the MCU storyline. So we got. Oh, and also, this was also kind of a little shady. I felt that they made Spider-Man: Far From Home the end of Phase 3, and not the beginning of Phase 4. I wonder why that is. But anyway, starting with the first Phase 4 movie that we're getting is the Black Widow movie. Now, if y'all seen the Endgame, y'all know that Black Widow died, so it kind of made sense. But this is another thing where, like, I wish they would have just put the Black Widow movie where they put the Black Widow movie out before Endgame, because I think that would have made her death a lot more impactful. You know, imagine you seeing this origin story of, you know, Black Widow, and then you go watch Endgame, and she dies. That's a better Endgame tie-in than, you know, because she's been with the Avengers for all this time. Like, that would have been dope. That was a missed opportunity, but it is what it is. First movie of Phase 4 is Black Widow. Eternals, I don't know when that comes out. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Why watch the Eternals when you can watch Wonder Woman 84 or New Gods? I don't care about no Eternals. I could care less. Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2. Now, Black Panther 2 is the only sequel that I'm really excited to see, but we're probably not going to see that till like 2022. Because I guarantee you they're going to set up, they're going to want Black Panther 2 and Captain Marvel 2 to come out the same year. I don't know why, but I guarantee you they want those two movies to drop in the same year. Which would be pretty crazy because they're two big controversial, like, well, at least one of them is one's controversial, the other one's big, really successful. You know, it's just, there's a lot riding on the MCU right now. They don't have any real major hitters as far as characters or actors. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do, it's going to be really interesting to see what they do going forward. You know, are they going to keep Spider-Man in the MCU? Are they going to is Sony going to allow, is Sony going to end up taking Spider-Man back? Because I feel like that would be so stupid of them. Like, yo, you give us, you know, what was it? 4 appearances of Spider-Man, and now he has to go back to Sony. Like, that'd be whack as hell, bro. That'd be whack as hell, but smart as hell for Sony to do that. That would blow up in their face, actually. But you know, it's definitely looking spooky for them for Phase 4. I think Phase 4 is going to be where some of the hype just kind of dies down for a while until the X-Men and Fantastic Four come in there. That's when they're going to start doing record-breaking numbers and whatnot. You know, I think because 2020 is going to be a bad year for MCU. It's going to be a pretty it's going to be a pretty sad year. I don't think they're going to break no type of records. Who knows with the Black Widow movie that could surprisingly hit like close to $1 billion. I would be surprised. But overall, 2020 for the MCU is looking bad. Next year for the MCU is looking really, really spooky. Like DC is going to take advantage of this though, because Marvel is so fixed on like making these movies like woke, quote unquote, that it's gonna blow up in their face. And while they're too worried about that, on the other side, DC is going to be like, yo, we don't have to do all this. We're not going to, you know, force something down your throat. We're just going to give you a good movie. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're just like, forget this shared universe crap. Let's just put out good movies and then see how it all connects. I like that. And I think that's the way that they're going to steer the ship in the right direction going forward for DC. Because a lot of people are sleeping on DC. DC's been on a roll so far. You know, they have Wonder Woman was a hit, Aquaman was a hit. You know what I'm saying? Shazam was a good movie. Now they got the Joker, and I think with the Joker movie, I feel like DC is like they're not worried about the money. They want that with just the Joker movie. I think they're trying to go for an Oscar for that. Because now that comic books can kind of be considered for nominations now, it's really looking like that the Joker might try to take that. You know, it's gonna be really interesting to say the least. But the lineup for DC is looking a lot like at least the next 2 to 3 years is looking better on DC's end than it is Marvel's. Because Marvel's still trying to figure things out. Yeah, they have everything planned out, you know, to like 2028 or something like that. But it's just there's no guaranteeing that, you know, they had all these plans set in stone. I'm pretty sure they have to do some scrambling around to see where the X-Men and Fantastic Four is going to fit in. If they're smart, I hope by the end of Phase 4 they tease Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom's like kind of like that little big threat or something like that. That next big threat. You know, not as big as Thanos, but you know what I'm saying, like that next big bad, you know, good way to introduce the Fantastic Four, you know. And I saw somewhere in like this article, I'm pretty sure it's fake, but I'm pretty sure that that's what the next Avengers is going to be, Avengers versus X-Men. What a better way to, you know, have all this shit happen in Phase 4 and Doctor Doom be like the mastermind, manipulating everybody to manipulating the X-Men and the Avengers to fight one another and whatnot. That would be pretty cool. Like also Baron Zemo type shit, you know. I think that would be pretty cool, but you know, it's definitely looking spooky. People can't say it's not looking spooky because even though I think Marvel's gonna be fine, they're still gonna make their money. It's just that hype is going to slowly kind of die down until X-Men and Fantastic Four come in. But you know, that's my Endgame and Phase 4 talk. If y'all saw the movie, yo, let's talk. Let me talk about the Endgame, like my favorite moments out of Endgame, real quick. My favorite moments out of Endgame definitely was Cap holding Thor's shield. A lot of people are like, "Oh, that's bullshit. That never happened." I was like, "Bro, they teased that in Age of Ultron. That shit isn't. That's why I be talking about epic moments. People cannot even tell me an epic moment in Captain Marvel, but I could tell you a bunch of epic moments that happened in this movie and other Captain America movies. But like that aside, what Cap did in Endgame was fucking amazing. Also, I didn't mind Fat Thor. I thought Fat Thor was really entertaining. Um, I didn't care anything about the Hulk, because the MCU Hulk is weak, bro. The MCU Hulk is weak. He's forever going to be weak. They haven't done nothing with his character since the first Avengers, so it's like, why even get mad over it? They've been pretty consistent with that, just doing nothing with the Hulk. Ant-Man was cool. I really love that last hour, man, where just like all the Avengers come back and just they go into this huge ass battle. It was epic, bro. I need to go watch this again because like like I said, I keep saying I can't, like, it's just a lot to process. But I'll always remember the biggest takeaway from that. A couple big takeaways from that is that how the MCU started with Iron Man, and it's kind of ending. The Endgame movie ended that whole arc for him. That shit was beautiful. I thought that was beautiful. It just Cap holding Thor's shield was fucking buckets, bro. Buckets. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I could say about Endgame, but it's just definitely gonna go check it out. Hopefully, it's still, whatever. It's just let's get on to the next topic now. Next big topic. This has been a huge ass weekend, by the way. Who would have thought? If you're fans of all these, right? You would get Cobra Kai season 2, Avengers Endgame, 10 to 11 years build up. You get Attack on Titan coming back. You get a Schoolboy album for those that love rap, and you get Game of Thrones all in one weekend. This weekend was lit, bro. And NBA playoffs has been starting and stuff. It's been a really good month. Like April has been an insane month for content, and it's like, did all these different studios get together and just say, hey, yo, let's just drop a bunch of shit in April, yo. Let's just drop everything in April. Let's just go ham. I really think they did that, but But I was gonna wait until episode 2 for this, but we could talk about it now, and then in episode 2, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about this show as a whole, and that show being Game of Thrones. Now, I'll give you how I feel about Game of Thrones as a non-fan of this show. I'll give you all my thoughts and everything on the next episode next month when the whole show is done. But I want to give you, right now, I'll give you my thoughts on episode 3 of Game of Thrones, season 8. I'm going to give you my little thoughts about this, right? Now, if I was a fan of Game of Thrones, I would be livid right now. I'd be pissed the fuck off about episode 3, season 8 of Game of Thrones. But knowing that I'm not a fan, I can just look at it like whatever, but I can understand the issue. Now, being a non-fan of Game of Thrones, I feel is very special. It's very special. It's very unique. You look at the show very different. You look at the show differently than other people. You know what I mean? That just already automatically love it off the jump. Because to me, Game of Thrones is not a bad show. It's not. It's really not. I might troll a little bit and just have fun with it. I think it's fun to have fun with this show. Tonight, because me, I don't have to take it serious. I'll say this as a non-fan of Game of Thrones, I enjoyed season 1 to 4, and then when it got to 5 to where we're at now, it's just been a lot of goofy shit. It's just a lot of goofy shit. Like Arya getting that last kill was bullshit. That was an ass pull. The writers know that. They hyped y'all up for 8 years. They copied. Let me reiterate that. They copied and pasted a book until season 6, season 5 or season 6, and just gave you a bunch of fan service with the last 2 to 3 seasons. That's all they did. And now, if I was a real fan of this show, I'd be going in, but I'm not. I'm just observing. I'm observing. And it's like, people always say like, oh, if you don't like the show, why do you keep watching? I was like, I never said I didn't like the show. I just said it's not even in my top 10. Probably not even my top 15 shows of all time. People think I'm crazy for thinking that, but like, I'm the type of person that watches a lot of shows. And I thought back on how many shows that I've watched this year, including the shows that are just ongoing, they just keep going seasonal. I've definitely watched almost like 15 shows already. You know what I'm saying? That's including anime and stuff. I've watched over like 15 shows. Some shows I won't review because it just won't translate right. Some shows I'll give a chance, like that Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I made a review about the first episode, and that shit's still garbage, bro. Like, the whole satanic shit, that shit is all good. But anyways, say you could be a non-fan of something and still watch it. I watch basketball, and I still watch the basketball. I only watch the playoffs when it comes to basketball because I'm not a fan of basketball anymore. But I'll watch the playoffs and the finals and stuff because I'm not that invested into it. The one thing about Game of Thrones is, what I do like about Game of Thrones is not the show itself, it's the people that discuss it. I love hearing people's different ideas and their passion behind it. I feel like there's a lot of shows that don't get that type of love and praise that they deserve. Like The Leftovers. The Leftovers is near dear to my heart. I love that show forever. That is my favorite show of all time. And is the best series of all time. Because, I see it and it gets it right. The Leftovers gets it right. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's here to tell you one thing and one thing only: a good story, and get the fuck up out of here. And I think when people watch it, they'll understand what I'm talking about. Where it's like, I would have loved to see The Leftovers get a fourth, fifth season and stuff, but then what does that do to the quality of the show if it keeps going? When shows keep going, the quality will keep going down, down, down. Even if their budget is insane, the quality of the actual show and the writing will go down, down, down. Like, look at a show like Lost. Lost is a great example of this, right? Lost had 5 great seasons, but then the last one fucked it up. Fucked up that whole entire season. You know what I'm saying? Walking Dead. Here's another one. Walking Dead, I'm surprised I still watch. Because to me, in some aspects of it, it's still entertaining. They do a good enough job just to keep you entertained, to keep you engaged. You know, last 2 seasons were kind of hard to watch, but you know, once you get through that, it's like season 9 is such a great season. Underrated season, I would say. It's a definitely underrated season because there's a lot going on in season 9 that I feel like they should do going forward, because what they do with The Walking Dead is they'll take a storyline and try to stretch it throughout 16 episodes, and it doesn't always work out. It doesn't always work out for them in the end. You know, it's not always going to work out. It's just, I always thought The Walking Dead would be perfect with like 10 to 12 episodes. You know, have like a couple episodes of filler. Don't have a whole season's worth of like filler or some shit. But anyways, like it with me with The Leftovers, it's like why it's so perfect to me is because you got 3 seasons, 28 episodes, and it's just perfectly paced. Does not need to go any longer than that. I feel like more studios should do that. Stop trying to milk the shit out of your show and just tell a good story. And this is where people get blind by budget. Just because Game of Thrones probably throws like $10 million in an episode does not mean that writing is going to be good. They can still half-ass it, bro. And that's what they've been doing. I feel like if you watch the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones, it's great. But then when you go to season 5 and where we're at now, it feels like a completely different show. Nothing makes sense. Like, a lot of things do not make sense in this show. Like, I always said this, with Arya killing the Night King, that shit was, I already knew they were going to hoe the Night King, but I didn't know they were going to hoe him like that. That was literally, that death scene is literally going in the same category as, you know, The Walking Dead killing off Carl. Those 2 deaths were some of the worst deaths I ever seen in history of television. The Night King's death will always go down as one of the worst moments in TV history. But it's like, I see a lot of people damage controlling this because, like, yo, in no shape or form does Arya even deserve to get even close to the Night King. I don't even understand that, bro. So you're meaning to tell me that White Walkers can hear a drop of blood, but they can't hear somebody's footsteps through the snow? Like, does she have some soundproof shoes that does not get detected by White Walkers and all of them, like, in the zombies? It didn't make sense. And people trying to damage control and say she's betraying this whole life. Then what has Brienne been doing her whole life? You know, what have all these characters been doing their whole life? The people that actually been in battles, but yet Arya becomes an assassin within like 2 years, and all of a sudden she's been destined to kill the Night King. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all gotta be real with yourselves, man. Y'all gotta be real with yourselves. Like, that shit don't make no goddamn sense. And that's why I say if I was an actual fan of this show, I would be going the fuck in. Like, I hear a lot of people doing. Like, a lot of hardcore fans are pissed about that. And it's like, I always said this too, when they were going to end it with season 7 and 8. I always said, especially looking back now, they should have just ended everything with Cersei in season 7, killed her off, and then whoever's left on her side that ends up joining Jon and everybody, their last hurdle would be the Night King. Then you would have 6 solid episodes to really flesh out the rest of the story. But they didn't do that. They just rushed the fuck out of this show. They definitely rushed the fuck out of this show, man. And it's like, man, I feel bad. I honestly feel bad for Game of Thrones fans because, like, certain people are too accepted of like certain things. Like, yo, and I look back and I was like, yo, they really gave Arya all the dope ass kills, like, and Jon Snow has nothing. And this is why I continuously don't like Jon Snow. Jon Snow is trash to me. But if you would have gave him the Night King death, I would have gave him his props. I'd been like, bro, I was wrong about you. You is that dude. But no. Yet again, Jon Snow does nothing. The writing in the show is so bad. Like I said, it was better in the first half, even though it was slow at moments. It was painfully slow. It was still good. You know. Then you get to season 5, 6, 7, 8, and it just becomes a joke. It's literally a joke, bro. And it's just like they're just afraid to kill off their main characters. Now, that could all change in these last 3 episodes. A lot of other main characters could start dying now, but it's just like, I just think I honestly think they did it the wrong way, man. I think they did it the wrong way, and a lot of people got fucked over, and they fucked a lot of people over. Some people are going to sit there and damage control the shit, but it's whatever. They can have it. They can have it, man. They can have it. It's all theirs. Cause like I said, I don't care. I really don't care. My thing is, I'm still watching the show because there's 3 episodes left. I was like, when am I going to stop watching? No, I'm going to see it to the end. If I start a show and I'm already in, and they announce like, oh, this is the end, I might as well finish it. Like Supernatural, I stopped watching it like season 8 because it wasn't going anywhere. And I see where they're going, and it's still not going nowhere. Anyways, it's just But I have my gripes for HBO as a whole because HBO is a very greedy ass studio company, where the fuck you want to call them. But I still love their show. They still have, like, a lot of their shows are in my top 10s. I might make a list about that, like my top 10. I might make an official list about that. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, like Game of Thrones season 8, episode 3, and the light, and I thought it was just me when I was watching the Battle of Winterfell, where the fuck the Long Night. Like, I thought it was the TV I was watching, and I was like, this is extremely dark. This is darker than, like, how fucking Walking Dead likes to shoot in the dark. Because at least you could see the characters still. This shit, you could see nothing. And it is crazy. I knew this was going to happen too, that none of the major characters were going to die. And that's why it's like they hyped this shit up, saying like, oh, we did this, we did that, we did this. But you killed none of your main characters, and you gave people a piss poor ending. That was a piss poor ending, bro. But it was wonderfully shot, like certain shots, but like a lot of the shit you couldn't see half the time. A lot of shit you couldn't see half the time. It would have been better if they even did this like a morning. If this was like a morning shot type of battle, so you could at least see everything, and it still kind of looks dark. But it's whatever now. Game of Thrones and HBO have made their bed with this series, and they're going to have to just lay in it. But I hope that Cersei ends up winning. But knowing how this series is going, they're going for a happy ending. And they're just going to throw a bunch of bullshit at you for the last 3 episodes. But I'm definitely going to talk more about Game of Thrones when it's done on episode 2. Because by then, I think the series will be all wrapped up and stuff. And I can give you my full thoughts on the show. But until then, we're just going to have to wait. So let's go into what's gonna probably be my last topic. Let's talk about Cobra Kai. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. I got 2 more topics. We're gonna talk about Cobra Kai, and then we're gonna close out with some anime talk. Cobra Kai. season 3 predictions. You know what? What I'm gonna end up doing, I'll make the Cobra Kai predictions video. I'll make that into a video. We're just gonna jump to a little bit of anime talk, and then we're gonna close out because phone's about to die. Hold up. Yeah, so phone's about to die. We got a good 15 minutes. A good 10-15 minutes. We'll get out of here. So yeah, let's talk about anime, right? We got a lot of anime that's coming out this year. My favorite new anime though is The Promised Neverland. I think that shit is a fucking masterpiece. I love it. Go check it out. Rise of the Shield Hero. I'm starting to like that. Starting to become one, because I just really like how they're doing the main character in Shield Hero. That he's not your generic like shonen type of anime character. I'm so happy that Attack on Titan's back. It feels like this is season 4, but still the 3rd season. I really hope with Attack on Titan that once this season gets done, that they have already been working on season 4, and that's coming out next year. I hope we don't have to wait till 2021 for season 4. That would just suck, bro. That's the only thing that's killing that show's momentum, is the way they're putting out the seasons. I don't mind it. I want them to just take as much time as possible. Don't rush it, because they don't come out like shit. What's another anime? I just started watching Mob Psycho 100. Just started. I want to see Fire Force. Fire Force looks fucking dope, because it's the same people that made Soul Eater. It's the same animators that did Soul Eater, so I really like that art style. Dragon Ball Super is apparently coming back this summer. I doubt it. I don't know. Just they keep flip flopping with that shit, saying it's coming, it's not coming, it's coming, it's not coming. If that does come back, I'll be excited. I will definitely be excited, because the Broly movie was cool, but I just, that whole spoiler shit just really messed me up, really angered me, frustrated the fuck out of me. But this is a solid ass year for anime, dog. I don't watch Black Clover, none of that bullshit. I'm looking for that dope hot shit. I gotta rewatch Demon Slayer, because I wanna that was actually kind of, I skimmed through that just to see if it would be something I like. I'm not too fond of the art style. It kind of looks goofy, but like I said, I have to sit there and watch it. I want to actually watch it before I give my real actual thoughts on it. But yeah, anime, crazy shit going on in anime right now. I don't know. I'll probably, with the Attack on Titan, I'll probably wait till the season's done to give you like a season 3, because I haven't reviewed. I don't have none of the episodes. Like it was all out of whack. I stopped reviewing the episodes. So what I'll probably do is with Attack on Titan season 3, I'll wait till it's done and then just give you like an overall review about the whole season, how I felt about it, where they can go with it. Just be on the lookout for that in the future. We gotta see how everything plays out, if it plays out right. Man, I wish The Promised Neverland season 2 was coming now. It's just, that is such a binge-worthy show. It's fuck, man, fuck. What else we got? Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, I really do hope Dragon Ball Super does come back, though. I really do hope Dragon Ball Super comes back. It's been too long. I like Dragon Ball for the most part still. Yes, I'm one of the people that still like Dragon Ball. I'm still a bigger fan of Z, but I feel like they have room to improve if they come back. Hopefully hopefully they listen to the critiques and the criticisms of Super, because it wasn't a smart start, it wasn't a good start. I literally skipped those first two arcs because I was like, I've already watched the movies like Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. If they do that with Broly and don't give us Moro right off the back, like that shit would be stupid, bro. That shit would be dumb. But yeah, I think anime is in a really good space, a really good spot right now. But we're actually gonna go start closing this out. I think this was a pretty good show. Depending on the responses, the likes, or the comments I get, we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna stick with it for the rest of the year. I'm gonna have some more topics next time. We're gonna talk about some more Game of Thrones. Probably talk about John Wick 3 or something. We'll talk. I'll come up with something, but till next month, I'll check y'all out later. If y'all new to this channel and new to me, hit that subscribe button. I got more content coming. Doom Patrol episode 11 reviews coming very soon. I'm probably going to get it started tonight and probably be out by tomorrow. But yeah, I just got a lot going on in my head right now. A lot going on in my life. I want to just take things one at a time. Don't want to rush nothing. I'm blessed to be almost at 200 subscribers, and 300 right now is my goal right now for the end of this year. If I can get to 300 by the end of this year, wow. And I want to thank everybody. Even if I don't know who's listening, or if y'all play this back and stuff, I want to thank everybody that's been fucking with me. Shout out to all the subscribers, the new ones and old ones that's been riding with me. Shout out to everybody. It's just nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. And yeah, man. I'll catch y'all out. I'll check y'all out on the next show, man. I'll see y'all next month, man. I'm gonna get out of here though. I'm hungry, so and also follow my Twitter at PurpMinded. That's all. It's all one word, PurpMinded. Follow me on Twitter. I just started a new Twitter. Even follow me on Instagram, PurpGotLoud. You know what I'm saying? Also, add me on Xbox if you got Xbox. Purp Game 13. I'm trying to start more. I'm trying to do more game streaming. You know what I'm saying? I want to stream more games. Give y'all some more entertaining content. You know what I'm saying? And go check out all my latest videos that I just dropped, like Endgame review. It's a non-spoiler. You know what I'm saying? Check out my Cobra Kai review series. Check out my Schoolboy album review, man. Check out all my latest shit, man. And I got more videos coming very, very, very soon. Sooner than you expected. So keep your eyes out for all future content. And I'm going to have to check y'all out later. Peace.